community cleanup prompting the removal of dangerous items, including dozens of propane tanks. They were removed from a homeless encampment inside Magnolia Park near Elliott Bay Marina. Thank you for joining Fox 13 News at 10. I'm Frankie Thompson. The removal was part of outreach efforts by We Heart Seattle. They removed thousands of pounds of trash, including human waste and even 2 guns. Fox 13's Dave Detling joins us live tonight from Magnolia Park. And Dave, volunteers say the gas tanks were posing a serious safety risk.
Good evening, Frankie. Well, out of sight, out of mind. That is until these propane tanks were moved from the homeless encampment. Now, we've seen firsthand what happens in these encampments when fire breaks out and these propane tanks explode. Luckily, not the case because, as you mentioned, they were safely removed. But We Heart Seattle says the work is far from over.
The scenic views off Elliott Bay Marina are breathtaking, the boats picturesque, but it's what lies beyond the tree line in nearby Magnolia Park that'll take your breath away for a different reason.
Welfare check.
We Heart Seattle was checking in after partially clearing an encampment inside the city-owned park.
I had a 40-yard dumpster here earlier.
Pictures show volunteers working assembly line style, hauling out garbage bags filled with thousands of pounds of trash.
Over 2 days, 6 hours, about 50 people per day filled that up, and it's at the dump.
Among those items, hazardous materials, including more than 80 propane tanks.
This is a ticking time bomb. There were commercial-sized gallons of hand sanitizer, which has alcohol in it, generators full of fuel, containers of fuel, I mean, probably 1,000 or more bottles filled with human waste, which is just very sad and cruel and grim for anybody to live like this.
We've seen the danger propane tanks pose. This fire back in March caused extensive damage near I-5 in Seattle. Off camera, Fox 13 spoke to the men living in Magnolia Park. They said they were grateful for the cleanup. And Andrea Suarez, CEO and founder of We Heart Seattle, says an encampment cleanup helps individuals come around to the idea of accepting help.
When you're out here picking trash, you start to get to know each other, you build trust, and then that outreach and that olive branch can start to happen.
As for the tanks of gas, they're still awaiting proper disposal.
Wow, that is a lot of propane tanks, and I didn't know that there was going to be that many.
Volunteers like Vincent Rowland, who was once homeless, says he's familiar with the dangers they pose and is glad they were safely removed.
It feels good. You know, I mean, yeah, to start with a big pile of trash and then you're done and it's just nice, clean nature again, you know, and know that you maybe help someone else too. It feels really, really good.
And volunteers say without that trust, they wouldn't have been able to remove all these propane tanks. Some of them have been removed, taken to another site location. Again, We Heart Seattle says it plans to be out here next Saturday doing more cleanup. And again, these leftover propane tanks will be removed from this site. Live in Elliott Bay, Dave Detling, Fox 13 News.